I totally get it. Hair growth can be so incredibly frustrating, and this did not happen for me overnight. It was definitely a process and I had to do a lot of trial and error, but hopefully I'll save you some time because I already did the hard work. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Bria Jones and I am so excited you stumbled across this video because I'm giving all the hair growth tea. There was definitely a period of my life where my hair would not grow past my shoulders, it was breaking off, it was constantly shedding, and now that I know what not to do, it makes a lot of sense why that was happening, and I'm gonna get into the little tiny changes that made a huge difference. So I have 10 things I'm gonna share with you that I think can massively help your hair growth. So let's start with the products that you're using. My recommendation is to invest in quality products. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to break the bank, but there are products out there that are better than others. Personally, I have not used like drugstore shampoo, conditioner on my hair since high school. Literally high school. I started using salon products, things that my stylist was using on me just because I loved how my hair felt after my appointments. And just, you know, overall, I could tell the quality of what they were putting in my hair was much better than what I was putting in my hair with the drugstore stuff. That said, it is an investment, but high quality products do last you longer. You don't need as much sometimes to get the benefit of those products. So I think in turn, with the ones that I've used, I've ended up saving money because I don't have to use as much product to get better results. I don't think your hair health is something you should compromise. I think it's worth the investment overall because it's literally on your head. You should treat it like royalty. But there are products and there are ingredients in certain things that just aren't great for your hair and end up causing buildup and things like that. So of course, do your own research, talk to a professional, get the best recommendation for products for your hair and start there. Here are a couple products that I really enjoy. One of them is Keratin Care. I used this one towards the end of my high school career and through college and pretty much up until last year. I do want to be transparent that if you have a curly pattern, it is a smoothing keratin based shampoo conditioner. So it is gonna affect those curls, which is why I'm in the predicament I'm in now. If you know, you know. But if you have straight hair already, I think that this is a great option for you. And it's not that you can't use this with curly hair, it's just I wouldn't go crazy with it. Not like every day, every wash. However, for my curly people, I would recommend like Olaplex. I have loved using that, and that is what I have recently switched to because I am working on getting my curls back, even though, okay, don't judge me, I got a silk press. I got a handful of silk presses left in 2021, okay? Don't come for me. I told y'all I was using less heat, not no heat. Okay, so anyways, Olaplex has been really great in helping to kind of restructure my hair and help me create like more protection when I do use heat, so I highly recommend that, and literally every hairstylist I've worked with has said nothing but great things about Olaplex. So Keratin Care, first one, and Olaplex are two that I have used and really love. Another thing that really helped me was doing conditioning treatments and hair mask. So I at least go to the hairstylist like once a month. I used to go like twice a month. There was maybe even a point where I was going more than that, but we made sure to do a very hydrating treatment for my hair. I have dry hair naturally, but it looks shiny and healthy because I'm constantly giving it all that love, putting all that moisture back into my hair, and in turn, my hair can grow for me. So if you're not giving your hair hydration and making sure that it's, you know, getting all the benefits that it can so it can grow for you, I would start there. But there are so many different kinds of hair mask and conditioning treatments. Honestly, I go to a salon for this. I don't do this at home, but there are so many that you can look into. I would just check the reviews and see what's best for your hair type and try to incorporate that every other week or once a month into your hair depending on what your hair needs are. Now, this one you guys probably aren't gonna like to hear, but if you really want to see quick growth, I'm gonna say it, cut your hair. Cutting your hair can be a very scary thing, but if you're serious about growing your hair out, it's really great to kind of get that fresh start. If your hair is any bit damaged from dye, coloring, or just dryness in itself, you're probably due for a trim, and you wanna make sure those ends are healthy because that's gonna help with faster growth. Doing a 4 to 6 week trim, if you don't wanna do a chop, is going to be very helpful and beneficial to just keeping your hair healthy and getting that dead stuff off. So 4 to 6 weeks is what I was doing for a while. I noticed that anytime I did a trim, my hair would grow faster, and we just kept doing that for a while. And finally, I was seeing that like the short bob was really in, and I was like, you know what? This is a great time to jump on this trend. And so I ended up cutting my hair to my shoulders. First of all, everybody loved it. Like, I loved it. It was such a moment in my life. I won't probably do it anytime soon because wedding season, but I really did enjoy that style. It was very edgy. You just gotta kind of own it. But what we noticed after I did that big chop was that my hair was growing like a weed because we got rid of all the dead, we got rid of all the crusty dusty, and then I was able to flourish and thrive. So you gotta give yourself that canvas sometimes. It's hard to work with what's already kind of broken, so you can do it. I believe in you. And honestly, when you own the hairstyle, like, don't let the hairstyle own you. It's gonna look great. Now, we know I am definitely guilty of styling my hair, which is why I'm kind of in the predicament that I'm in now, because I want my curls back, but I have styled the shit out of my hair. That said, I can at least say with confidence that I have styled my hair in a way that is as safe as possible, which is why it's healthy, my ends aren't trash, my hair is still growing like a weed, it's shiny, it's full of life, I just don't have a curl pattern. So that said, I think, you know, being careful with your styling techniques is really important. I'm always using a heat protectant. And my rule of thumb that one of my stylists told me that I will never forget is 1 wash per 1 style. So if you can do that, it's a lot better for your hair. And when I started following that rule, I noticed my hair was growing like crazy. And not only that, my hair was getting thicker, fuller. There is a lot of hair in here. When it's pressed, I don't know if you can tell, but insert clip of me blow drying my hair. There's a lot going on, and I'll get into more of what has helped with that thickness as well. But 1 style plus 1 wash, try to follow that rule as much as you possibly can if you are actively styling your hair. Now, let's talk about thickness. Genetically, like, my hair is pretty thick as is, but when I tell you in the last year or two, the thickness, so I started taking these collagen shots, and I really liked them because they had a little bit of caffeine, and I don't drink coffee. So I would get a little kick from them in the mornings. But also it's collagen, so it was good for skin, hair, nails. My nails were literally so long. I need to start taking them again because look who had to go short. But everything was growing. Everything was growing. The hair on all my body. So yeah, by the way, like, if you take supplements, just know that your body isn't gonna discriminate on what hair grows fast. Do as you please with that information. The collagen shots that I was taking are from Vital Proteins, and I would get the grapefruit energy ones. The brand as a whole is just great as is. I've worked with them before. I got to try them for the first time at like a festival, and I was like, yo, this is good. They had collagen water, shots, powder, matcha powder. They have so many different things, and if you incorporate just a little bit every day, I think you will see results. It probably took me months to see results, but when I started to see them, it was like it wouldn't stop, to the point where now I've slowed down on them because I literally like can't do my hair without professional help now. So I guess that's a good problem to have, but it's also an exhausting one. So they work. So this is a small change that made a massive difference for me. I used to sleep, goofy me, I used to sleep with like cotton bandanas and like wrap my hair in a cotton bandana, which is like so bad for your hair. And this was like high school when I was doing, no, it was in college too. Yeah. Okay. So I was doing these for a while. And if you know anything about cotton, it's not giving you any hydration to your hair. There's actually like the microfibers in that fabric are abrasive, which can cause breakage and just all around bad hair health. And literally anytime I would like brush my hair, there would be like tiny, you know, pieces on the floor. And that's a sign that your hair is breaking, which means there's a lack of hydration. Your hair is too dry. Now, when I brush my hair, the pieces are coming from my scalp and they're long. So that tells me that it's just shedding, and shedding is normal. But when you see the tiny little broken pieces, you might want to consider if you're hydrating your hair enough, or if something abrasive is messing with your hair. I was using a bandana, but your pillowcases, most of them are probably cotton. So if you don't sleep with anything on your hair, that cotton is absorbing moisture, and it's also just taking from your hair. It's not giving you anything. It's not helping anything. So what I've done is I switch my pillowcases to silk pillowcases, and I always wrap my hair in silk covering. So I have a silk braid cap even when I have my braids in. I have a silk bonnet that I use. I also have a silk like scarf that I use, and I feel like this is such a game changer and a reason why my hair is so shiny and just like it's more hydrated than it used to be, because you have to sleep with that. Also, you can maintain styles when you protect your hair at night. Even if you have braids or if you've styled your hair, make sure that you wrap your hair at night or cover it with something silk so that it's protected, it lasts longer, but also you are protecting your hair health and keeping that moisture locked in, because silk is not as abrasive as cotton. It actually helps you retain the moisture, so we love that. On the note of hydration and things like that, brings me to my next point, which is give yourself a break from heat if you are heat styling. For me, I have been doing a lot more braided hairstyles, and that's been really great for me and convenient, because nobody has time to be worrying about this all the time. But every now and then I do have to get my hair styled for work or just because I want to. But like I said, less heat is the goal, and it is really gonna help you see that growth. But if you must, try to space it out. But protective styles are so in these days. Natural hair is the wave, which I'm trying to get on. So embrace that natural look, or your braids, or whatever you can do. Sleek buns are in. Like, you don't need anything but gel and water to do that, and you look chic as ever. So do what you gotta do, girl or boy, or whatever your pronoun is. So kind of an obvious one that makes a big difference, and at least that I noticed made a big difference for me, is being really mindful of my diet, getting more greens, and making sure I'm just taking my vitamins and giving my body things it needs to be able to run at its best has really helped me. And you know, the collagen shots kind of fell into that as well. Like, I added things to my diet that were supporting hair, nail, just like overall nice things on the outside for me and helping my appearance. So I would definitely look at your lineup of vitamins. If you're not taking vitamins, girl, what are you doing? We're too old for that. No more Flintstone vitamins either. Let's get the real stuff. If you need suggestions on vitamins, like start with a multivitamin, honestly. Like, you can't go wrong with that. But there's so many that support like hair, nail growth. I used to take like prenatal vitamins when I was in college, and I don't know that that's like a thing, so please don't do that without doing your own research. But research is key. Ask your doctor, ask your hairstylist if they have suggestions on what you could be taking, any supplements. Literally go to Sprouts, Whole Foods, there's like whole sections for these things. So also make sure that you're drinking enough water. Like, it's so hard, and I'm preaching to the choir here because I don't know why it's so difficult to drink water half the time, but staying hydrated just helps your body function, period. Like, you just need to drink water, and you're probably not drinking enough. Whatever you're drinking, quadruple it. Last but not least, you guys, I'm gonna need you to be patient through this process. Like I said, this hair growth for me was a very long process, and I of course had the pandemic to kind of just let this grow out. But when the pandemic started, I think I was still pretty short, and I was just like, I'm not gonna get my hair cut anymore because we're in lockdown. And now it is where it is now because of all of these tips and tricks, but I have just been patient through the process. I probably will not cut my hair till after the wedding, and you guys, some of you think I'm crazy for this, and that's all right. But after the wedding, I really want to cut my hair again. And that's the thing though, I'm not worried about it now because I feel like doing these things, I know that if I want my hair to grow back, it'll grow back. I just need to do the things that are gonna help. That said, I also understand that genetics play a huge role in this, and not everyone can do these things and they're gonna see those results. So please don't shoot the messenger. If these don't work for you, understand that we're all different, and sometimes you might need to seek more professional help to get the results that you need. But for a starting place, if you don't go to a professional, try these things out, see if they work, and if they don't, that's when you can go seek that help. Anyways, I hope these tips help you, and I wish you all the best in your hair growth journey. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week.